most dudes don't truly care about your past unless it's affecting this right here.
Right now. Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people? How y'all doing?
You couldn't let the process be the process. And that's the frustrating part about it, is that's when that broken person goes to another person
And
creates another broken person.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people?
And we got somebody, of course, you should know him by now, the producer, Mr. DJ.
What's good, y'all? What's good, man? I'm happy to be in the building.
Top notch. Man, I'm glad they have us out. See, they need to see the unity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they say a company, a black-owned company, this is all, look, you're looking at the whole company.
From Puerto Rican, if they ask me.
They ain't asking.
Hey, I mean, you know.
Yeah, you gotta have your thing. You gotta have your claim. You know what I'm saying? So, recently on the internet, women on the internet were giving an option to pick a man that makes $90,000 a year or a sugar daddy that gives them $20K a month. What do you think they pick? Well, we already know what they picked.
This irritated my soul.
Shout out Ice.
The reason it irritated my soul was I was like, so you have the option to have a husband, someone that you love, someone that loves you, that is actually wants to be with you. Y'all supposed to be one, making $90,000 a year. Or you have a sugar daddy, and what was crazy was people keep trying to twist up what sugar daddy is. Sugar daddy. You give me sugar, I be your daddy. So that means you're giving up sugar.
Yeah.
Ain't no dude gonna pay you $20,000 for a cuddle.
Yeah.
Like for a cuddle? Like no, ain't 20?
Maybe the stock price done went down.
Nah, not in America. Gas $3.50.
Man, the way gas and stuff is set up right
Gas
now.
$3.50.
Hey, I mean, I'm just saying, maybe they done switched it up a little bit.
They ain't switching.
So the thing was, I asked my wife and her friends this yesterday, and I asked them, I'm like, would you rather have a husband that made $90,000 or a sugar daddy and get $20,000? They kept trying to twist in what they wanted. Well, I ain't got to sleep with him. I'm like, yes, you do. You do have to sleep with your sugar daddy.
Custom sugar.
Like, it's the whole point of sugar. They're like, sugar, something sweet, something that I want.
Maybe it's just called Paymaster now. You know?
Yeah.
You know?
Just pay me.
But it's
you know
crazy.
What? It's Splendor daddies. That's what they looking for. Splendor daddies. They want all.
I'm like, if you got a little Splendor, okay. But they ain't no sugar daddy. And $20K, first of all, $20K.
Man, that's...
But I'm saying
That's about half of certain people's salary
yeah. In Texas?
In America.
Yeah, in America.
Yes.
I was ain't even half in Texas, dog. Is it?
And what ain't it 47, 44?
It's like 47, 48 in Texas.
Right. That's
But
close enough to
so
have.
in a month, you made almost half of what somebody make in a year. You think you ain't giving up no sugar? Like that's the what's the word they always say? That's the
Delusion?
It's not delusion. It's another word. It's gonna come to me, but it is delusion of some women. You think 20,000 and oh no, I don't. Like that's like if I take you to Dubai, do all that kind of stuff. What do you think come with that? Oh well, we were just friends.
But it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all kind of touched on it last week a little bit in it, the whole segment culture.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like you give this in exchange for nothing.
It don't make sense.
No.
You know, I mean, if we thinking at it from the perspective of how we would operate, of course.
It's crazy.
I'm not doing it.
No.
But if it's just for just a little bit of attention, you got people out here that's just gonna pay it.
$20K?
Yeah. You got people that's paying money to people that they ain't
What a
never
woman
seen before.
doing this? If
we
I ain't gotta knock you off, all I gotta do is hang out with you for a couple of hours and get $20K. My wife would be cool with it.
Bro, you gotta remember, there's been people that was sending money over to people in Africa that ain't never seen it before. This is a profession that's as old as time.
That was like $1 or $2. There wasn't no.
No, bro.
Women was going broke.
Yeah.
You know, the African prince who said, "My people
money,
need
baby
you."
girl. You know what I'm saying?
Give me the money. I love you.
Yeah, it's like it's been happening, dog. It's just that this time it looks a little different because it's flipped. It's the woman this time, and not it's the woman getting the money, and not the dude that's over there in what was considered at the time a third world country.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
the reason why this one kind of irritated me was because I'm like, you have your choice of a good of a husband, and yes, I would hope he's a good husband if you made him your husband. Mm-hmm. But you have a husband that makes $90K or the money. Husband that actually loves you, all those things that you say you want, and then the money is like, which one?
You gotta how that all plays out. We put so much. We place money paramount to almost everything, and it's just that consumer culture that we got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people. How you gonna tell somebody who ain't ever been in a type of relationship that could lead to a marriage or been on this side of the world, like on this side of the spectrum, like, hey, I'm a married man, my wife do good by me, I got kids, and we trying to build something. Whereas everybody these days, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a large portion of the people who got a voice out here, they the ones who telling you on a consistent basis, nah, get the money, get gone. Your music tell you that, your TV shows tell you that, and every time you go out to any media outlet, the first thing they tell you is how horrible the opposite sex is. So you looking around like, oh, first of all, the concept of a sugar daddy or a sugar baby or a sugar anything, it's like, you mean to tell me that the only thing it's just like they in their minds, they making it more broken down and streamlined. Men want sex, women want money. In that relationship they got, it's all, hey, everybody getting what they want. Although your friends in here want to switch up the definition. You know, they on that Burger King, my have it your way. Yeah. But everybody, we know how it go. You don't get that opportunity to customize your relationship. Bro, it's service. At this point, like I said, it's service-based. If you not going to be somebody or a company that's 100%, I'm for you, you for me, then I'm going.
I'm sorry, bro. I know the people see it too.
I see him hold.
He hold it.
I'm going to get it. I just had to finish it.
Yeah, okay. You good. Sorry.
If we going if we going to fake like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really here for you. I'm just here for the money. If we going to tell the truth like that, then that's what it is. But
at least tell the truth then.
I just feel like if you're going to marry somebody, you should focus in on the person. I want the person. Yeah. I'm here with you. And that's why I always tell people, be cautious when you say need. Because people, they be like, I need money. I want the person. Yeah, sure. It's nice to have lavish things, but I just...
But if you really get technical, you don't need money. You could actually go out here, go to the woods, kill your own food, all that kind of stuff. You get your own water, all that kind of stuff. You don't actually need it. You can build a house because, remember, our grandparents and great-grandparents been doing that stuff.
It's a lot.
It's just a luxury.
When you say that, these sugar babies, the women who are... So you mean to tell me a TikTok model who don't know what hard labor looks like is really finna go out here and live off the land? This is not true, fam. Now if you told me tomorrow, hey, Brian, I'm really just thinking about, I'm done with this, I'm finna take my wife and kids, you going out here to the woods. I'd be like, you know what, this ain't gonna do it. You know, he can do it. But if your wife told me the same thing, I'd be like, Love, go back and talk to Jeremy and figure this out. Why you upset like this? What happened?
Man, I don't know. I guess because it starts looking in today's time like money is going to solve every problem you have. And don't get me wrong, I understand because with the economy, the way things are set up now, you get to a point where you're like, okay, yes, I do have financial hardship, but for you to sit here and be like, hey, you know what? I have the opportunity to build with a person that actually is going to do all the things to love me and cherish me the way that everybody keep complaining about they don't get. Like, if you keep complaining about, that's like you said, service-based. No. If I keep complaining about the product, I'm not going to go buy that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, but to add on, since I was going to keep going. But
understood.
I feel like everything is just transaction-based. Like, everything we do. And that's why, like, it's easy for them to be like, oh, I want this out of it. Because everything is going to be transaction-based. It's an exchange of a service. It's an exchange of a good. Mm-hmm. It's an exchange of, I'm going to give you my time for the money. I ain't got to give you what I want to give you. I'm not going to give you what you expect to get. I'm going to give you what I want to give you in exchange for this money. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to give you the time invested in getting to know you, getting to be with me, all that. Nah, I'm not doing that no more. Everything is going to be monetized. Everything is transaction-based because we are big. The country that's big on consumerism. Yeah. Everything is transaction-based. We get our food fast. We get all our technology. All our money is on phones. We go to ATMs. We don't have in-person banks like we used to. Mm-hmm. Everything is streamlined.
Yeah.
So, of course, our relationships are going to go towards that way because everything in our everyday life is going towards that.
Mm-hmm. But see, even when you look at it like that, yes, everything is is streamlined for the most part. But even, who is it? Dr. Umar Johnson, he was talking about one of the main issues we're going to have in the next 10 years, trying to find certain jobs because everything is such streamlined, everything is AI and everything is fast-paced in your face. So it's like you no longer need a person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Like
that's done on purpose.
But you see, that's going to affect you in the future. That's like me doing drugs today, thinking 20 years from now, oh man, I'm just gonna get off. I'm gonna be good. Ain't gonna be no one issue going on. Nah. You know these drugs don't hurt you, right?
Man, for no, yeah.
Like, you know that.
But it's the. I get where you come from with that. It's just all of this stuff is designed to make people more dependent on the technology. Like when it boils down to it, when it's all said and done, man, like everything we gonna be doing is gonna be more catered for ourselves than for other people. We're deviating and heading towards a society where we're going to be more selfish than selfless. Mm-hmm. Like that's just what it is now because technology is making it to where it's like, all right, dude, all I gotta do is worry about myself, or all I gotta do is worry about the people in my house. And that's it. Everything else, it don't matter. And so, like, when you ain't got no family or you ain't got nobody that you gotta take care of course I'm just gonna do what I need to do to take care of me. And if that means I'm gonna do the least amount of work for the maximum amount of effort, right, or the maximum amount of return, so to say, that's what I'm gonna do. So if I gotta spend 30 minutes sitting on the couch with no touching involved to get $20K, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. And that's how they see it.
Mm-hmm. I just, like, it's just, I said it a while back. It's high levels of comfort, bro. At a certain point, just like women be like, oh, men are toxic, men can vice versa say women are toxic. Your job, the ideas that you place on your life and how you try, it's toxic. You sit back, and of course, your job, you want to do the 80-20 rule on your job, which I understand. It ain't your product. It's really not your business. You don't want to commit 100%. For those of you who don't, me, I tend to go because I feel like I spend so much time at work, I should at least try to give 100% because I'm here so much.
Yeah, for sure.
However, for those of you like, no, they don't pay me, they don't care about me, they just want me for the service I provide, and you gonna give your 20%, you want them to get at 80, but now you trying to inch towards your 100%. Understood? I get it. Like, hey, it makes sense. I just don't like you using that philosophy on your marriage or with your kids or with the stuff that you say you love. Love is supposed to be a little bit irrational, bro.
Yeah.
It's supposed to, I'm going to give 110% even if I don't get nothing back. When it come to Paige, look, or even on my wife, I ain't not worried. Like, hey, bro, I'll go break the bank. I'm not concerned. Why?
Yeah.
My ultimate, what brings me joy is not the money sent out or the reciprocation. It's just that, hey, you doing good. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just happy to see you winning.
Some of them people got stuff that they still got to deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like when it comes to being selfless like that, bro, you gotta look at it from the lens of you have a one up on those types of people. Those people still have issues that they gotta deal with, underlying issues probably from when they was kids.
Right.
You know, I'ma still be selfish. I'ma still be me because I didn't have this growing up. I didn't do this as a child.
But those are excuses.
I mean,
But those are they.
those are their barriers.
That's
The
what they
whole thing
just draw merit.
is like, if I'm going to always talk about my past and how my past affects me now, when will my future ever be bright?
Yeah, I feel you. And like honestly, to tell you the truth, and I'm gonna say it like I'm gonna say this: some people don't even know that this is affecting them. They put it to the side and they push it to the back, and they just go about their everyday life, not knowing subconsciously that this is doing more harm to them than it is good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's people. We have been taught to suppress so much, especially us.
Yes, man. Yeah,
As
especially
men,
black men.
We have been taught to suppress so much and just keep going day in and day out that we never really sit back and reflect and think about, man, did this really mess me up as I was going through life? Did this really do something to me?
Yeah.
We don't do that.
No.
We just be like, hey, man, it's going to be all good, bro.
Yeah.
Let's
Charge to the game.
Keep going.
Keep pushing.
We ain't supposed to operate like that. Like, there are parts of us that need time to reflect and be like, what happened in this moment? What happened to me to where I shifted to think this way? Because sometimes we have moments in life that make us shift towards a certain way of moving and a certain way of thinking. And we operate and how we treat people too. Like, those key moments in our lives shape who we are. But we tend to push them to the side or push them down, suppress them, and act like they ain't never happened. It's just gone by life. So we don't deal with them. We just be like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I need to do to be successful, but it's gonna be a trigger for me if somebody bring it up.
Right.
Now-
Because I'm sure if you told a sugar, I cut you off. I
No,
apologize
you
for
good.
that
You
first.
good.
But I'm sure if you went up and told one of these sugar babies, look, you just single man prostituting. Like if you told them the truth, just prostituting, and some of them doing it for multiple men, but we gonna get some class to them and say, hey, you just single man
But
prostituting.
that's what it is. No, you are a prostitute. Yeah. You're getting paid for your services.
You just revamp. It's just like when Tupac took the N word and changed it and put a on the end. No, bro, I really shouldn't be letting you call me that, but it sound a little bit better though, don't it? And I'm gonna throw it in all my records.
Hitting you with the ER.
Yeah, it sound better. You know what I'm saying?
On there, gave it an acronym, you know.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's different. But I'm like, no. The truth of the matter is, it's the same thing. You should still be hurt by this. You still put your morals and character aside to operate in a certain way. And then the problem is, like I said, the media makes it like it's bigger than really what it is. Yeah, I'm sure there is a percentage of women who operate, and I'm pretty sure it's decently sized. I ain't gonna say it's substantial. But they giving you this false perception that they out here winning. Yeah. And then you get in the youth. Because it's easy to pull. When you see a 20-year-old girl out here talking about, yeah, I'm really getting $20K off this one guy that and they don't tell you the truth. When they explain it to the kids, they hit them with that customization. Just like you did. Oh, no, I don't have to have sex with him, but you do. But I don't have to have sex with him. He just gives me $20K because he likes this and that and the third. Okay, cool. And the kids being naive to the truth because, hey, this is a 20-year-old. Why would she lie to me about this? I'm going to take you at your word. So you mean to tell me it's a guy out there who will pay me just to be a girl and be cute and walk around? Yeah, of course.
Like, I honestly want to ask the dudes these questions because I'm like, when it looks good to you, you could always shape the narrative any way you want. That's like, I could say I'm the best husband in the world, no matter what anybody says. Mm-hmm. But nobody could ever know behind the scenes that I'm doing my wife dirty as long as she don't say nothing. Now, if she says something, that basically crushes everything I just said because it was contradictory.
Yeah, it refused everything you said.
So, I'm like, when these women over here, $20K, I ain't have to do $20K? $20K. And you ain't do nothing. He just want... And one of the women yesterday were like, some people just want to cuddle for $20K.
$20K cuddle? I'll buy a teddy bear.
I mean, it just depends on... And you know what?
You could go buy that sex doll.
Houston, shout out H-Town. You know what I mean?
They don't want to be known for that. But I was going to say, man... It depends on the type of caliber of the guy, though, because some people, depending on the man, it might be a guy that 20K ain't nothing to him.
Yeah, it's 20K? Different.
Oh, okay. Depends. So 20K ain't nothing. How about instead of one chick 20K, I'm gonna get 20 chicks 1K a piece. I got 20 girls. I got harem. They're gonna hug me up and all that stuff.
It might be. It just depends on. It's so many factors that can come into this equation, bro. Like, I just sat here and I just thought about that. Like, it depends on who the guy is.
Yeah.
It could be one of these guys that sit up that ain't got time to go through the ins and outs and then he making money all the time. He might just want that person just to sit there. Or it might be a dude that's a millionaire that's old that just wants the person
just
to
wants
be there. He just wants somebody to sit there with him.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the 20K. I don't even want, I'm too old to be doing all this. Just sit here with me.
Yeah.
I'll give you this 20.
First of all, and there's some people who use to make power moves. Like, I'm a 50-year-old guy coming here with this 20-year-old who obviously gorgeous, and they're gonna be like, "Well, how did you meet?" Oh, it's just in his mind, it's just one of them. It's just another one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But to the other people in the room, they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, you see who he's talking to?" Because at that point, it's just a trophy. It's just showing you that, hey. I've reached a status in my life to where now I can buy a woman's youth or I can buy her beauty. Like, I just pay her for her presence. Money at that point really means nothing to me. And it's crazy that we put that kind of psychological setup to right the wrong. But in the truth, it's like, it is what it is. Because if you told me a guy just paid this girl $20K to walk around with him, I'm going to be like, that's absurd. But on the back end, I'm gonna be like, this nigga really just paid this young man. He really just paid her $20K to exist. Like, at this point, I don't know what he do, but I need to know what he do, because I gotta live like that. Like, I'm not gonna pay her $20K, but I do want to walk around like money is not a thing. First of all, let me push forward.
We'll be here for a while.
Yeah. How much does wearing a wedding ring matter? How much does wearing a wedding ring matter? That's a tongue twister. Go. But I said it. I said it clear.
I know back in the day, they always had, being married, you get the wedding ring. It's a symbol of your bond, your love, all those kind of things. And that's great and cool. But then I know also the fact that there's a lot of people that think the wedding ring stops people from hitting on your man or your woman in ideology like that. It's like, bruh, the wedding ring don't stop nothing. Truth be told, I've been hit on more times with my wedding ring than without my wedding ring.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a lot of women see my wedding ring like, oh, you married? Yes. And I talk about my wife all the time. I shout my wife out on the show all the time. Yeah, and yes, I got to pick at my wife because she was like, where your wedding ring at? I'm like, baby, it was on my finger, but when I cook, I take my ring off because I don't like getting my ring messed up. Yeah. Or because I still do martial arts. So when I fight, my hand gets swollen, I got to take the ring off because I'm like, ain't trying to be uncomfortable with the ring on.
Right.
Oh, well, why don't you wear your ring? I told you why. Oh.
Right. Originally, I was working over at the hospital, and then, of course, I was working around really, really big machines. Mm-hmm. And, you know, if you wearing that and something crazy happened, then, you know, the ring is titanium. It ain't going to be cut easily. So, really, you just lost a finger if you want to, finger gone. And then I went and bought the silicones, which, by the way, silicone rings feel amazing because they not really there.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna actually buy one.
Bro, I just feel like if I'd known, I'd be like, look, you can just, because I'm not sitting up trying to flash this. It ain't a guy that like, bro, look at the ring she bought you. They don't care, bro. It's like it's just there.
It's bad because every dude got basically that same kind of ring.
Yeah, I got the $100 special up there at K-Jewel. Yeah. So I was like, because I'm not concerned. Yeah. So I'll be like, you can really propose, because I proposed, you could have really just showed up with the silicone and I would put it on and been just fine. Yeah. But then I got that, then I started doing some paint and then I got paint on that and I was like, it's just a hassle. And then I had to reflect back and I was like, look, bro, if the expectation of me putting this ring on really weighs on you that heavily, then we got to have a conversation about, you know, insecurities. Like,
but why does it weigh so much?
I can't answer that for the people because I don't know. But I was like, when I put mine on, I'm like, look, the ring, like you said earlier, the ring don't stop nothing. It's me. I'm in control. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of people out there, I'm certain, moving in a light that's not becoming of them with the wedding ring on or off. It don't matter. Yeah. So I'm like, I gotta be. It's not
like the wedding ring is kryptonite. Yeah. Like, oh, everybody's Superman. It's like, back up, you see the ring.
All the fees, all the terrible sugar babies, get up.
Kiss the ring. Nah, man. But I think, like, I think what it symbolized in the beginning is what makes it what made it important. But you know, people don't really hold marriage so sacred anymore. Right. So it's kind of like, what's the point? But I wear mine faithfully. You know what I'm saying? I wear mine all the time. The only time I don't wear it is if I'm in the gym working out because I don't like having it on with I have gloves on, or if I'm cooking. I don't like wearing it thin because I don't want to get nothing up under my ring. Yeah. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? I wear mine all the time. It have been times I done walked out the house and forgot to have it on, but I done wore it so much that I got the
that's what I was gonna say. I got the intention.
The imprint around my finger, like you probably can't see it on the camera. Like the coloration is different around my finger, so like it's there.
Same here.
Yeah. So people. The sacredness of marriage is not what it used to be. Right. And so people don't take it serious. So, you know, whether you, like you said, whether you got your ring on or off, it ain't going to stop nobody from doing what nothing regardless. Exactly. True story. I was at work. This is like real early on in our marriage. I was at work. New ring on. Just start wearing it. Lady walks up to me. I'm helping her with a service. Mm-hmm. You married? I was like, I'm talking with my hand in front of my face.
You see this.
I'm talking to her. I'm helping her out, you know what I'm saying, filling out some paperwork. She writes her number on a piece of paper and slides it to me. I'm like, fam. One, I'm helping you with a service so that you kind of X yourself out with that first. Two, you see I got a wedding ring on my, you know what I'm saying?
See this.
Prime example, they ain't gonna stop nobody.
They ain't gonna stop nothing.
Like, the only reason I bring this up is because me and my wife were going back and forward and all that kind of stuff. And she was like, why you ain't wearing your ring? I'm like, my bad, baby. I left it on the counter because I was cooking that night. And I'm like, man, I forgot to put it back on after that.
I'll be trying.
But I'm like, literally, it's so bad now that you could see, like, the whole indention of my ring when I take my ring off. It'll be there for days after.
You'll see it still.
Yeah.
And you'll see it. So it's like, even if I was like, oh, man, I ain't married. What's that? That tan, why is it white and clear? All this extraness.
I just be like, for those who having those conversations, I don't ever think, they don't be like, oh, it's you, what's going, they don't, it's like he said, they don't care, bro. It's
Exactly.
I'm not concerned.
And then statistically speaking now, a taken man is more valuable to women than a not taken man.
Yeah.
So the ring is actually a magnet that's drawing people to you.
Don't be no taking man with no children that you take care of.
Yeah.
Oh, you doing all the good stuff? Oh, word? Oh,
Hey.
you take care of your kids. You actually have a good job.
And you go to work faithfully. Typically, they gonna meet you at work with the foolishness. What? You here?
That's why you should never consider yourself a work husband. But that's another story. That's another story for another day. We're not gonna get into that. But
Don't do it.
don't do it. You set yourself up. You're gonna get yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like they just don't care, dog. Like, I mean, I think as far as like marriage is concerned, for me, my wife, she gonna laugh at this. It have been a few times I done walked around without my ring on in the house. She was like, "You ain't married no more?" And I'm like, "Bro, I just got out the shower. I was lotioning my hands.
I'm here with you right now.
What's going on? I live here. All my stuff is in there." So, you know, it's pretty funny. Like, they'll see us without ours on, but I done seen her without hers on, and
Like,
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Like, it's bad because I know there's gonna be some lady that watches this and says, "Oh, well, men get mad when women don't have on their ring." You know, the only reason a man will get mad that you don't have your ring on, if I spent so much money on that ring to give you, like, no, you gonna wear that.
Also, it's double standard as it sounds. It's just true. Don't get me wrong. They still gonna a trash dude still gonna shoot, but a dude, a large portion of us, a larger portion, we'll see you with a ring on. Depending on, we ain't gonna. Cause I don't want to be buying you drinks.
Yeah,
and I know, like, it's harder work. You really, I'm like, look, she married. Okay, let me talk to a friend. Then I got a better chance.
Yeah,
men are opportunists.
Yeah, the possibility of her having an unfaithful husband and you taking her home is very.
Yeah, that's very unlikely.
You know,
Like, especially, I'll be like,
because I would hope. Well, in today's age, it's not the same. But I would hope a woman, if she was gonna do some trash stuff, at least he gotta be better than the dude.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be like, oh man, my husband A1 on all this stuff, but the dude I decided to take home was like just
right. And that's what
normally happens in movies most of the
yeah.
That's normally a movie thing.
Every time.
Oh, my husband makes 6 figures, but this nigga trash as hell, and I'm going home with him tonight.
He was the gardener. He was at home most of the time, so I just was with him.
No, I was with him.
Like, yeah, it's like.
No,
that's
that's what it
why
be.
I was like, man, come on.
The woman gonna keep stepping up.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Because I'm sure some have went up. But a large portion of, in their mind, they keep stepping up. Some about you as the secondary guy, it should be better. A guy, on the other hand, like, we could say that she might be more beautiful, but it's not a guarantee.
Now, I have seen,
No, do you?
I have seen guys do this quite a few times. They tend to take a step backwards.
Yeah. But it's also, I
seen
feel like this because I can, if your wife is, like, once your wife is with you, you set her standards to your level now.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, you know that we can afford these type of cars, live in these type of houses, and do these type of activities, right? Yeah. So the guy, like, My wife at this point is unimpressed with all the stuff I do because we at that level. That's why I encourage men to get married because it's automatically force you to step your game up to like, like, hey, no. Don't ever think that I'm always on the incline. I'm always increasing. I'm always going up.
Yeah.
Some dudes, I guess, if you get too tired and you need a sugar baby, you step back. My wife used a Mercedes. She gonna be happy. This girl over here gonna be happy with this Camry. Like, she gonna be ecstatic about this Camry.
Shout out to Nissan.
Nissan.
Shout out to Nissan, because Nissan get a lot of references in these shows, man.
Respect it, you know.
Hey, Nissan's a good car, though.
It's a solid situation. But at the same time, she gonna be ecstatic about that. Like, what? You mean to tell me that I can... Yeah, and then it's like, they started all the way over. I can show you a whole bunch of stuff that you ain't never seen. Why? Because the woman that I'm with, I've already raised her up to this level. Like, we got a couple decades before you reach my wife level.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's reverse. The girl want to reach higher. The guy, if he get lazy, he want to reach lower, fam. And it's just to help even that, like, hey, I'm just trying to get you to this. I show you less, but I get more, and vice versa. I give you less, but I ultimately get more. Like, I ain't gonna give you everything I give my husband. I'm not gonna be in here cooking for you. You already in forbidden territory, fam. Messing with me in the first place. You had to come in doing more or accepting less in order for this to even be possible.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
That's just how I figured. That's how they operate, and that's how they move. Is it old saying, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? True.
Like, is that old saying actually true? Because I hear a lot of times people always say, oh, well, I don't want to do wife things if I'm not a wife. I don't want to do husband things if I'm not a husband. But if you realize with dudes, you basically do almost...
You can't, in order for a guy to attract a woman, the mere act of courting a woman is providing. Yeah. I provided you with the date, the food, the atmosphere, the this or that. And it's all based on needs. You might have a woman who really just want to have a quality conversation with a guy. You have to provide a quality conversation with her on a consistent basis. So it's like the fact that you in here dealing with her, you're supplying, you're fulfilling some need.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? With a woman, on the other hand, if you are dealing with a guy who the only thing they really want is sex, then you got to be like, well, I don't do that. Like, you got to marry me to get to that point. Well, the question is, so I'm providing up front. Sugar daddy, I'm providing $20K up front. If we go into transactional, then I've basically ordered myself a double dish, deep dish vagina. Like, I should be able to do what I want to do with this. Why? Because I paid for it. Yeah. You're a commodity now. You accepted the money, and you told me that you're something that I can purchase.
Yeah. Like, it irritates me nowadays because I hear a lot of people say, well, I shouldn't do this because that's what a married woman or... well, I don't really hear men say this. I hear more women say, oh, I'm going to cook because I cook for my husband. Can you even cook first? Yeah. Because some people be lying about, oh, you cook.
First of all, the
things you'll do for your husband.
The statement itself is a lie, brother. I cook for my husband. You haven't had a husband. That's why we talking. You've never had a husband. Switch it up. I would cook for my husband.
Yeah, you know.
Or at least I think I would cook for my husband. Start there.
But then, wouldn't it be bad? Because I'm going to say it like this. Love my wife to death. And I know for a fact there's a lot of things my wife does for me that I'm like, I am so grateful for. Mm-hmm. But, you know, there was always a few couple of things that I'm like, oh, well, when we get married, we'll do that. But, you know, after we got married, we still really didn't do that. It was like...
You gotta... I take it as... You got the product you're going to get. When you're in the dating phase, you got the product you're going to get. If you got some woman who's like, no, I don't have sex before marriage, then you ain't got the full product, but the base of it is she a good person? Either you a good person or you're not. You don't get married, jump the broom, and somehow magically get flown away into some land where you some supernatural person now. You the same person. You're going to do the same thing. Like...
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the caliber of person you are, too, though. Because, like you say, most of the time when you dating, you get the base model.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm trying to tap into being Nike.
How into the profit.
You know, you get the base model. You're going to get some add-ons or some advancements depending on the type of caliber of the base model. You can interchange some of the parts.
Right.
It depends. So if you're willing to adapt during that process, you probably going to get some improvements.
Right.
But if that base model ain't built to improve or interchange some of them parts, you're just gonna have that base model.
Yeah, you're gonna have the base model.
That's all you're gonna get.
But
you just accept it.
I was laughing because I heard this dude on TikTok. He was like, "Man, what you got beforehand, that's what you're gonna get afterhand." Like, please don't think your woman gonna turn into a porn star if she wasn't a porn star before.
Right.
Like, you didn't just, once I put the ring on, porn star. It's like, no. Yeah, this is what you are. I'm just saying, I have been around the block and everything. I'm like, don't get me wrong. I've learned some new tricks. But who I was, that's who I am. It ain't like, oh, man. Like, once I put the ring on, I was like, man, it elevated me to a whole nother level to do some crazy stuff I ain't never done before.
No. Some people do turn on a different switch when they get married, though. I will say that.
Yeah.
Some people do, as far as like when it not just comes to sex, but when it comes to other things, they mind shift change. So it's like, I ain't doing this for just no girlfriend or no boyfriend. I must take it to another level when we add this ring on, because it's a level of resistance that come in. Like, what if this don't work and I done put out this effort in to be
right
with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna buy you no car
if you just a girl.
If you just my girlfriend and we break up.
Right.
You know
the investment ain't there.
The investment ain't there. Or we go buy this house and we don't end up not being together. So, like, I can understand, like, that happening. People don't really want to invest too much into people or doing this if we not going to make that extra step.
Right.
So, once we become married, all right, yeah, we're going to buy this house. Yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah, we're going to invest. We're going to do this, that, and the third. We're going to elevate our lives because now this is our life. Back then, we was operating on two different lines.
Yeah, two different frequencies.
You know? So, I can see that happening.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. It's like, hey, I'm not finna go and give you the world when I'm not sure you're a part of my world. I don't see that.
Exactly.
It don't make
like,
sense.
I'm not giving you the keys to the castle when you can throw the keys back at me and say, I don't want it.
I don't want that.
I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I don't want nothing to do with you. Let's get this. Let's
keep
done
moving.
with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. This was fun while it lasted. We had a good time, but I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that why if you teach milk before you buy the cow, that whole thing, is one of them things that it was always funny to me to hear it anyway when I was growing up, because it was like, all right, I don't really drink milk like talking about milk. So I need to find a new adage, you know what I'm saying? But it's interesting because people nowadays operate on the least amount of work for the maximum amount of gain.
Yes.
They want to put in a little bit of effort to get everything that they want.
Yeah.
Ain't no working hard. So if I can give you the least amount of who I am to get you, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why I can't argue with the people and be like, that's irrational. That's rational. Everybody, we call it efficiency. If I can give you a little and get a lot, then I'm efficient.
But see, I look at it like this too, though. Why do we do that? But then we push on each other to work harder.
Because
you know what I'm saying? So like,
it just
if
seems like
you're not giving
you know.
me your full potential, that's where I would have an issue with. if you were at your maximum potential and you're doing everything you can, I can respect that. It's like, yes, I hope maybe possibly you grow a little bit, but you're at your max potential, so I can respect that. But if I know for a fact you ain't at your max potential, you know you not, but I'm trying to push at you and you pushing back.
You steady staying at this level and I know you can be here.
No.
Yeah, like, but see, that's the thing. We encourage to do the least amount of work for the maximum amount of gain, but we always pushing on each other to go harder.
Yeah.
So it's contradicting both states.
And I just feel like you get a lot of friction in your marriage, and you get a lot of randomized arguments that don't really service right.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that's why I always had my thought process. Look, when I go to work, and I feel like that's what really took place. A lot of people start looking at marriage and relationships as work. That's why I be like, okay, if we gonna look at it like work, then when I go to work, I'm gonna give 110%. So when I go home, I'm gonna give 110% too.
But see, the thing is, what people don't really realize, marriage is work.
It's work,
yeah.
But it should be enjoyable work.
It's enjoyable, and it get hard sometimes, but we don't see that.
Right.
We don't see that, like we said before. We only see the polished images on social media. We don't see the work that it go into.
To make that work, to make that possible.
Y'all been in y'all marriages for 10 years.
Yeah.
Y'all know the work that it took to get to this point.
Exactly.
Very much so.
It wasn't simple.
Mm-hmm.
I've only been married for 6 years, and I know it's been a lot of work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been a whole lot of work. It's been a lot of giving, a lot of take.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't see that.
Yeah.
And so people see marriage as, it's something that's just a social construct. It ain't as sacred. It's not this. It's not as hard as people say it. Man, it's a lot of day in, day out, knowing that you love this person. Mm-hmm. It's knowing that you love them, because you are you, an individual. Yeah. But when you married, it's very hard to be an individual, because you got to think about your family.
Right.
Yeah.
It ain't just making no decisions about just you anymore. Mm-hmm. It's about you
and the betterment of your family.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just about bee hunting no more. It's about Paige. It's about Ethan. It's about running. It ain't just about that no more. Mm-hmm. So you have to put yourself, especially as the man, you front line, and everybody else behind you is like, hey, it rides on what you do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For us to get to that next level.
Right.
So let's not get it misconstrued. I know we done took the topic off subject, but this ain't easy. It ain't simple. Whoever watching, I want y'all to know this ain't easy.
Yeah, you definitely.
But I also want people to know, just because it ain't easy doesn't mean it's not rewarding and fulfilling.
Oh yeah,
because I do say sometimes as a dude, we'll talk about certain things in a certain light, and we won't tell the whole thing, so people hear the bad thing and be like, whoa, nah, I see why dudes don't get married. But then when you hear that woman's down for me, that woman,
bro,
you gotta have
that's my other half.
You gotta have a certain amount of mental fortitude to be able to get into a marriage and know that this woman that you said got up on that altar and said, I'm gonna do this, and this for richer, poor, better or worse, to death do us part. You gotta stick to your word and be a man of your word.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta have a certain mental fortitude, because, like, bro, it's gonna be so many different obstacles that come in your way, but at the same time, you know that you got somebody that's gonna run through this wall with you. Like, that's the thing. Like, bro, I'm gonna run through this thing head first, but I know my wife coming right behind me running just as fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, personally, we done came a long way, bro. Like, I know, like, when we got together, man, we ain't had nothing. Mm-hmm. Like, we came from out the mud together, and we've grown so much. So, like, he said it's very rewarding to know that you done built something with somebody, and it's only gonna get better from him.
Yeah.
Like, you can see where it's taking you, and you can see where it's going, and it's only getting, the picture is more beautiful than it was when it started. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like he said, man, it's not simple. It's a lot of give and take. But at the end of the day, it's a beautiful picture. And once kids get added, the picture gets even more beautiful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, like I working at the hospital, it's, the people who, I'm not going to say they had a wrong mindset about life, but the people who just worked. That's all it's all about me. The selfish people, like when it's near the end, you start to see the people, and like, it'll be a woman who did nothing but be a housewife. That's all she did. She just made sure the kids got up, got dressed, got fed, got to school, got home, got tended to her family. Make it just grew that. Mm-hmm. Man, when they sick or hurt, every day is somebody coming to see about you, bring you a plate, sit down, have a conversation, want to talk, want to laugh, and it's just like, that's what you built. You built a whole life based on what we should be focused on, the people. Life is about the people you love and the memories you make with them. That's it. Like, we get it confused. The sugar babies got to confuse you. Think it's about the money. The money is gonna switch into somebody else's hand the second you in the dirt. Yeah. Nobody gonna remember you for the money you made. Nobody really care about Warren Buffett as far as the money he made. It's about the people he taught to make money like me. The books he wrote are more valuable than all the money he got because they teaching me the way.
Yeah.
He cared enough to be like, yeah, I'm rich and this is how I do it. Here you go. Mm-hmm. You help the people gonna respect, they gonna come back. They're gonna be like, yeah, he was giving, I'm gonna give it back. That's why I try to go through life. Let me just show love. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna show love. But when it comes to my family, I'm showing love, war, whatever's necessary to make sure my family is doing well. Love, war, hate, everything. All my emotional range open up. But when it's dealing with the world, it's just love.
And I'm gonna pick it back up, and I'm gonna let you go on here next to them. These families that you speak of, the people, these names, the vision for them to create these things were based off the love that they have for their family and the longevity. I'm gonna build this because I love y'all and I want y'all to be able to take this with y'all.
Right. That's it.
That's it.
We're gonna jump into You Won't Believe This segment of the show. You Won't Believe This is brought to you by,
as always, love to shout out my beautiful wife. Love you, baby. Check out Traces Like Mine, Yanni Like Mine. They're both two companies of hers. Traces Like Mine is hair care. Yanni Like Mine, ladies, is dealing with the Yanni. If you don't know what it is, look it up. Take care of it. It doesn't take care of itself. Also, check out Wasted Desires. My wife and my sister-in-law do that. That's wasteddesires.com. They have anklets, bracelets, thigh chains, waist chains, all that kind of stuff. Check them out. You can go wasteddesires.com, and they're on Facebook and on Instagram.
Top notch. If you made it this far into the podcast, one, I appreciate you, and I'm very thankful that you did so. That being said, I consider you a citizen of my show. You are one of the people. Go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and if you can, go ahead and share it because we want to meet more people like you. And in order to do that, it is something, the number 4, DA, people. If you're on YouTube, type podcast at the end. It's going to minimize those search results and get you your citizenship card way faster. Outside of that, I also want to shout out my cousin Mike. He does State of Being. It's a podcast. And, if you don't like what he's saying, but it's not that way. State of Being, okay? If you don't like what he's saying today, listen tomorrow. He's going to say something, that I'm sure you're going to like. Outside of that, Tyler Bailey is luxury clothes by a luxury guy. And, he's made clothes for everybody from T-Pain to you name, they probably got something that he made hanging in their closet. Outside of that, if you want to, 5-star rating. If you got to give us less than that, just change your address and go be a citizen of somebody else's podcast. You can still watch us, but just, Gravitate over there. Find your lane. We hope we your lane, though. Go ahead.
All right, yeah, man. All right. So, I want to shout out my boy Bryce, Slaughtercuts out in Fort Worth, Texas, man. Y'all go hit him up. Look at his page of Slaughtercuts on Instagram. I also want to shout out my boy B. Smith, the Bearded Realtor, man. If y'all out in Louisiana, if y'all watching on that, shout out to Louisiana. Shreveport, you know what I'm saying? If y'all watching, hit him up. And also, follow me on Instagram at KidNeil24. And I'm going to shout out to people. I'm going to piggyback off him. You know, double tap that button. If you watching this episode, hit the double tap. Also, you know, hit that share. We want to reach as many people as possible. If you got fan base, head on over to fan base. Run them followers up, like the content over there. Become a citizen over there as well. We just trying to, you know, spread the love everywhere. On the podcast side, you know, leave that 5-star review. And like you said, if you don't like what we're saying, just don't leave less than 5 stars. We trying to make it happen. Other than that, man, I think that's all I got.
Oh, top notch. Cool beans. We're going to jump into it. All right. An article on social media is saying polygamy would help out with marriage and people settling down. So they promoting polygamy.
So it was funny because in the article, they're talking about, honestly, in America, just in America in general, if every man were to marry a woman, there would be like 6-7 million women that would not have a man. If every man. Mm-hmm. So then on top of that, it also went to, but you got to understand, all the women are not marrying all the men. Again, 40% of the men are the ones that are actually getting the women. Mm-hmm. The rest of the men are not. So that narrows your chances down more. Then there are also the men that are gay. They only like men. That narrows your chances down more. Then, on top of that, the men that are in prison.
Yeah.
Narrows your choices down more. So, if you really get technical, for the women, for every woman can't have their own man in America. Mm-hmm. So, would polygamy be the best way to go? And I know it's going to sound bad because guys saying it, it's like, oh, guys always want more women. But
what I'm going to say is this right here. So, before we go to polygamy, all right, let us go ahead and open up and let conjugal visits be a thing so those women who just like, I can't rock with that at all, can get them, you know, because the men get them in, because the men they're dealing with out here, they just ain't been caught yet.
Well, I'm just going to say this. Before you even jump in.
Okay.
We got women that marry inmates anyway.
Yeah, pen pals.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
Let them go see their husband.
Let them go see and go ahead and instead of just an apartment for the conjugal visit or go ahead and put a little playground out there so that man can be part of his kid life and everything. Just let him live a life just behind bars. You know what I'm saying? So he can be with his wife. He can give him some Skype, let him argue with his wife every once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
They got cell phones in jail anyway. Just let them have it.
Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro. So, I mean, I know you're laughing, but at the same time, though, man, if we really revisit, so in the prison system, if we really went back and looked at a lot of these dudes' charges, man, they could be at home.
They could be at home.
And that could solve the issue.
Yeah. They can minimize.
Yeah, minimize. They
ain't gonna solve it all.
Well, no,
it's not
they
that.
all more, women than they are men.
Right. I'm just trying to get those few that's like, I need the thug, and be like, he 100%. Been in there. Yeah, locked up.
He definitely about that life.
He about that life. He probably gonna go back. You gonna get you a good
most likely
decade with him. He cool with it.
Recidivism way to think.
I don't know. It's just crazy out here because I'm like, don't get me wrong. I'm not a polygamous kind of guy. But it's like, man, they're really, like, how did it end up this way where it was like, the less of quality men that women wanted versus as many women as there are now. I know we could say jail, but even jail don't have that many people in there.
Jail and death.
Yeah, jail and death.
You got, it's a lot of people, a lot of men died. Like, and then you
It's
got
a lifestyle.
About, between a certain amount of time, we got mass incarcerations. We got people that was killing each other over drug trades and all. Like, it's a lot of things that factor in. We got whole generations of people that are gone.
Yeah.
Because of these factors. So, of course, it wasn't too many women out. I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't too many women out here slanging cane like that.
That's true.
So
the more dangerous the job, the more you're gonna see it's male dominated.
So I mean, you got your anomalies, you got your trap queens out there, you got your Griselda Blancos, you got those kind of people. You got your few. But in most cases, you saw it was a man out there doing the drug trade. And a lot of chances, them guys died. You got gangs. Gangs were a big issue.
Yeah.
A lot of them guys died.
Yeah.
Went to jail. So, women started to be in a different light because they pretty much were not in those types of environments. And they were in school and
you played it safe, which is smart.
They wasn't dying.
Yeah.
So, their side got bigger as we got a little smaller because simply they wasn't going to jail and they wasn't dying. And
also, we had 2 world wars, so at that time, you wasn't going to war neither. So, being a man, I tell you, it's dangerous. It's dangerous work to be a man. But
it's a lot of factors that come into that. So, they kind of I started to double and triple us.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of women out here. And then it's like, also, what was it? They were talking about the, I saw another one where they were talking about the status of men because it's like, the main men that women want are in that 40%. So that 60% of men, honestly, some of them haven't been laid in a year or more. Some of them, and these are not, you and your 18, 19. These like 20, 30s and stuff like this. You are struggling to even talk to average women. So it's like, that's 60% of men?
Well, look, I'm a firm believer in PGC. Players get chosen. So I can't help.
But if everybody's choosing the same one.
I can't help. And that's why we got to because we tiptoeing around it, but I'm going to just go ahead and dive in and grab the wasp nest. Look, fam, look. If we take into account that I just drove over here and gas was $3.50, fam. If you was in a polygamous relationship, that'd be $1 per head. We say it's a 2-income society in America. You need 2 incomes to survive. If you wish to thrive, you put that third person up in there, I'm telling you. You gon' think about the discounts and the savings you gonna get. What you mean daycare? You just stay home. We gonna still be making money. We gonna pay for everything. You just gonna be here watching them.
That's a lot of issues right there, bro.
But it's a lot of issues, but that's a lot of solving.
Don't get me wrong. There's benefits to it, but
we just gotta.
Let's be honest. If we're gonna keep it 1,000, it's because you know your wife.
Yeah.
And you know how your wife gonna act. With
we do.
Stuff. So you know what? I don't want the headache. I don't even want the headache.
But I'm just saying, in order to benefit, sometimes you gotta go through and have them trouble and situation. Like it's gonna be some pressure somewhere. But you can either be like pressure as far as I ain't got enough money to get to work today, and my kids still gotta go to daycare, and the daycare is really what's taking all my money away. Or I could be like, look, I can just pay you to be what we have to get that Libra scale and really weigh out. Does the benefits outweigh the problems that come with it?
But you're going by logic, not by
I know
women emotions.
Feelings are heavy.
Now, so I'm gonna put it like this here. So being that I operated off of this scale my entire life, being a Libra,
I know
I'm gonna give you this here. So if you are to go into this polygamous relationship,
right,
and you get in this whole thing, this other woman is gonna want everything that the woman that you are married to, she's gonna want everything that she got.
Right.
So that means she gonna want the kids. She gonna want the status. She gonna want all of it. That's gonna create a big problem.
But it creates a big problem because somebody in the woman realm gotta feel superior. Like a man in a polygamous relationship, I'm the guy.
That's what I'm saying. You the head, regardless.
Right.
If you take on multiple women,
it's more difficult.
it's gonna be.
But if you
that's because it's Western society. Because
take them out, one of y'all gotta go.
Somebody got.
One of us gotta.
That's because
fisticuffs.
That's
Somebody
because
gotta pass
of
on.
Western society, and we're taught that it's like it's mine. And because in other cultures they have more than one wife, and more than one wife understands. Hey, I play my role, she play her role. We all come together, we build this together, and all that. But in Western society, we've been taught, I'm number one. That's it. Shut up. Don't ask nothing. Even if it could benefit us in every way.
It will.
How many people, be honest, because I tried this once with my wife. I was like, hey, baby, what do you think about, me having another wife? Am I going to get another husband? You can't even handle me. What you talking about? Oh, wait, if you get another wife, I get another husband.
You know
you
what?
can't even, really?
I just feel like
It's a balance, dog.
because
But the balance is like, okay, bruh.
everybody want to feel equal, fam. You can't make it the wrong way. Be like, what if we had an in-house babysitter? What if we had an in-house chef? What if we had somebody who watched the kids for us while we go out all the time?
That's even going about it wrong too. Because if you put them in that life, then it's gonna be like, oh, so you cheating on me with the chef?
No,
Oh, what you saying? I can't cook? What you saying? I can't cook?
Probably.
Oh, I can't clean? I don't take care of our
it's high
children?
levels of it's high levels of friction. But what I'm saying is, there's no female. They're gonna be like, but can we afford an in-house chef? Can we afford an in-house daycare system? Can we afford? And be like, what have I told you?
We don't
That
need
all of that is free.
Well, yeah. Go back to Silla. My mama
gets, but we say that, you say that now, but grandma got a life too. Now grandma life used to be grandkids. That's what the grand is. But now grandma life is grandma life. I'm hitting the club, I'm hollering at the same men you talking to.
Now,
that 40% got enough.
We need to just take the grand off. She just need to be G-Mom now.
G-Mama. She got a couple letters.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we just need to take the G off and call her mom.
Just mama. That's mama over there.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just saying. Like, don't get me wrong.
That's my mama.
It could benefit, literally, it could benefit in almost every way, but that one way, it ain't gonna benefit your wife, so she's not gonna agree with it. No matter what you say. Man, you could give, she got all the she could come with 6 figures or more, your wife's still gonna be like, no.
But it's about place. It's
status. In that rank that she's at, she is no matter what going to give it up.
The housing market, the way it's set up, for 2 people is very difficult. For 3, it'd be okay.
Yeah.
You mean tell we gotta pay $33,000?
Nobody, man, they gonna tell you gonna get another job, but they put another.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Man, you gonna have 3 jobs.
At a certain point, I'm bringing all this up. I don't intend to in any way go into a polygamous situation.
No.
What I am telling you is that in order for it to be something, if it's realistic, people gonna have to come to the understanding that, hey, these prices keep going up, but your paycheck not. So either you gonna go out and you gonna sacrifice, you might have to lose your husband in a way. Your husband gonna have to have 2 jobs. It's gonna get to a point where men are gonna be working. 2 jobs gonna be standard for a man, and one for the wife, so that she can have time to still deal with
And you
kids.
know what the wife gonna say?
She okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You have to. You know what? If you have to, go get 3 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But before I let another woman,
But and
You
watch,
know for a
and
fact.
but you already know. I'm telling y'all. I'm just telling you what it
it's
is.
the truth. But
You
like,
gonna have your man out there with 3 jobs and he don't see you, and you gonna be at home with them kids, right? So he gonna have 3 work wives. That he gonna be. You don't think it is? What you gonna do?
Hold on. I heard this one. I heard this one from my boss. Like
Everybody
like-
gonna get what they need.
my
Life gonna balance.
my boss told me this this past week, and this applies to: do you want to be right or you want to be happy? Pick one. You ain't getting them both.
No, but that's both. But what your boss did he tell you that that's for both people?
Yes.
Because
It's
if you as a woman don't want to work and don't want to do nothing and don't want to provide in the way that a man does in this society, because like I said, it is 2 income.
yeah.
You want to be right or you want to be happy? I can lie to you and tell you that you're happy. I can tell you that all day. Yeah, you. Oh no, everything is going exactly how you want. You can be a sugar baby and never drop off a gram of sugar. You can be that. Now come over here and bust it wide. Let me. I can lie to you all day, but the truth is, you keep sending your man off, and he don't get that. It's gonna be a disconnect. He don't get that. Hey babe, how's your day? Because if I'm working 3 jobs, I don't really care if you know how my day was. I got a whole nother day in like 2 hours to get back to. Yeah. Baby, when I walk through the door, don't say nothing, have the bath water running. I'm going to go to sleep. Make sure, because at that point, alarm clock won't do. I'm tired. You need to wake me up. I don't care what you got to do. You need to wake me up and push me out the door before this clock hit this time. Because I got work to do.
Yeah.
And all that he losing at home, just because you don't have it at home doesn't mean you're going to do without.
Yeah.
You can lie and say men ain't looking for intimacy, but it's men out there looking for intimacy. You can lie and say that men don't want to kick it with their kids, but it's men out here, especially black men, and we've disproven that foolishness time and time again. It's black men who want to be with their kids. It's black men who want to be with their wife. It's black men who want to be at home sometime. It's black men who want to do this. And it's men in general, but I'm just saying black because I'm black. You can't tell me that second job might just be a sugar mama, fam. That third job might
be... If I got to get the 3 jobs, I'm going to be a gigolo.
I'm at this point, because I'm doing extra.
If I got to go 3 jobs,
I'm providing.
I'm going to be a gigolo.
If I'm providing for you to keep you happy, because at that point, what you showed me by me getting 3 jobs is that my ability to provide supersedes all the other stuff that I provide. The father figure, the this, that, the third. It supersedes all that.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to go get that father figure to them because that's what she want. And I'm going to give you this money because that's what you want. You got your needs fulfilled and I got mine. Now, when I come home and find out you're sleeping with the pool boy, I'm going to get the pool pulled out. Stop playing with me.
It ain't nobody stirring nothing.
Ain't nothing, because I know the pool boy ain't willing to pay this price. He ain't willing to 3 jobs just to make you happy. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that pool right up out of there. Put a nice playground in the back.
Snatching it out.
Or you need to go and figure out how to mix these chemicals properly because you ain't got that no more.
Lord.
You don't need no help. I got 3 jobs. I ain't need no help. You don't need no help, babe. But I say that in a jovial, joking way, but the truth is, we have to, as people, find that balance.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want a polygamous relationship. I understand that. But the way things are going, you're going to end up with one regardless. Because you keep sending your man out here to try to provide the lifestyle that we currently live in. It's almost unsustainable.
It ain't almost.
Yeah.
It almost. It is.
Man.
It is unsustainable for one person, average, if you making average money, it is unsustainable for you to.
Shoot, even a little bit
the
above
American
average.
dream. The American dream is almost reaching fairy tale levels.
I want somebody to tell me what the American dream is now. Tell me what it is.
Survival. If it's money,
I'm just trying to
Tell me what it is now. I want to know what it is now because I really want to know what it because what was it when we was growing up? What did
White House,
White House picket fence,
a house with a picket fence, white picket fence.
So
You know what I'm
now it's
Call job.
somebody get me out of this hell that they done put us in.
Because I can't afford it.
Because I can't afford it.
I can't afford it.
Because I can't even afford the White House and the picket fence.
Like
and
you can get the house, but you're gonna get a tiny home. So it's an apartment that's outside the complex, which is fine.
I don't even know if I can afford the tiny home at this point.
True statement. Because now the tiny homes, like, have you seen tiny homes now?
Oh, yeah.
Like, tiny homes don't even be really tiny homes. Like, it's like,
Must be efficiency.
yeah.
Like, efficiencies. You got your bed in your kitchen and all that in one room.
One
and it's
room.
your house, dog.
When I was coming up there, you used to call those shotgun houses. You open the front door and
You
see,
can
everything.
boy.
Yeah.
Hey, this man here from the side, dog. Hey,
That's what it was.
Southern term, bro.
Yeah. But that's what it was.
Hey, you straight. That's
true.
You can see one room. You see everything.
Everything. You see the restroom, the kitchen. You pass through the living room to get to what you would consider a dining room, but they really just the same thing. Kitchen, refrigerator, and then you walk right out that back door.
I'm gonna tell on myself real quick, bro. When I was growing up, man, my room was the dining room, cause
This is the truth.
It happens.
yeah. Hey, so I already know, but now I don't even know if I can afford the house right now.
Bro, I'm telling you, they gonna call it prime real estate.
Prime
Real estate.
bro.
What? I'm telling you.
So we got a new segment called
Just so you know.
So Just So You Know is just because we're trying to branch out and get more people outside of the black community to understand certain things. We want people to understand that it's not what you think it is. It's because we'll give more clarity. We want you to understand where we're coming from. And we would love to hear feedback from other people actually talking about these subjects at hand.
Top notch. Just so you know, the hypocrisy of people that wanted Iowa State to win versus LSU when Caitlyn from Iowa State does the 5 fingers. You can't see me. I call it the John Cena. I'm a wrestling child. Versus Angel of LSU does the exact same thing. You can't see me from Iowa State. So they didn't like when she did it versus the other girl did it.
Okay.
Like, what was crazy, and most people say it's John Cena, it's not. Tony Yayo did it before all of them.
I was finna say, look, I was gonna wait.
I was waiting for it.
I was gonna wait
But
till you got done.
Yayo did that before anybody. And then John Cena, he was doing the character, so that's where a lot of people associate with.
I guess
Because
John Cena.
Even John Cena will tell you he got it from Tony Yayo.
Yeah.
He'll say it. He'll tell you that he got it from him. But continue, son.
But the issue that comes up is because in basketball, we talk trash, things like that, which is crazy why they have an issue with the ladies talking trash in basketball. But it's cool for the dudes to talk trash in basketball. That's crazy. But Caitlyn did it the prior week before to another team that they beat. Mm-hmm. And everybody, it had a whole segment on ESPN. Was it ESPN? Mm-hmm. And it was a whole segment, her whole team giving her ups, talking about her trash talking, all those good things. So it was fine. It was cool. Nobody had no issue with it. Nobody said a word. But then when Angel of LSU, they're playing in the championship game, she knows, she points toward her ring finger. Oh, we got that ring. And then she hits the, you can't see me. All of a sudden, people are in an uproar about it. Mm-hmm. What's the difference?
Yeah, I'm
jump
so,
right
shout out to Angel Reese, LSU, them Lady Tigers, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost.
Much love.
It's it's one of them things, like we say, it's cool when they do, it's a problem when we do.
Yeah.
You know? When it comes to sports, we all be in the moment when we play the game. And everybody knows it's gonna be trash talking.
That's what it's about.
It's gonna happen.
It's part of it.
Part of the game. Caitlyn, you know, phenomenal basketball player. Not taking nothing away from him. Mm-hmm. She's a great shooter, great player. Not gonna take nothing away from him. She, like you said, she did it prior. She's known to antagonize people. She talks trash quite a bit. Pretty much known. Mm-hmm. Other players outside of basketball, Phillip Rivers is an former NFL quarterback. Non trash talk. Known. Everybody's favorite quarterback, Tom Brady. No trash talk.
Yeah.
But when they do it, they have their leaders. They're fiery. They show passion. They got grit. They have all these positive characteristics for when they do all the trash talk. But let Angel talk crazy, or let Bryant talk crazy, or let somebody like AI, or when we used to talk trash back then, oh, we thugs, or it's unsportsmanlike, or we have no class. They literally said that this girl was a classless thug, basically, because she made the same gesture that this other person made.
And then they tried to say, oh, well, she was closer to... Like, really? Really? Because she was closer to the other...
She literally... So, in the game prior, when Iowa was playing Louisville, Caitlyn literally looked at Lindsay Van... I don't know the last part of her name. She looked at her and told her, shut up, you down 15. And looked at you, literally looked at her in the face. And y'all ain't that far apart.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? And we all know what the difference is.
But
because
that's what I'm saying.
I'm probably gonna say it.
Yeah, we all know what the difference is.
We know what
So
it is.
You gonna hoop it? I'm a
line it up.
So the baby is black. What it is? Like they get. We go back to that psychological study. I don't know the name right now, but I'm gonna get back to it. So it's an image of white girl sitting on the swing and a black girl standing by the side. And everybody's like, oh, it's just a girl on the swing. Simple. They put the black girl on the swing and a white girl sitting on the side. Oh, the black girl obviously pushed her off. Oh, black. I say it time and time again. It's the truth. Your perception of us as people is we're the villain. Malcolm X had the issue. He was like, go read Black in the dictionary. Like that was one of the pivotal moments in his life. Go read Black in the dictionary. Demon, unsavory, this, that. The list is all negative. Even your dictionary. You flooded with what you expect us to be or what you see us as, right? Then you turn back around and you go look up white in the dictionary. And I don't want to put this all on white people, but the current situation, there was a white player, and there was Caitlyn, and then there's Angel, right? And the two differences, besides the little distance you say, oh, she did it closer, she did it, look. That's just like that 5-year-old who said, oh, my joystick broke when you whooped him on the game. No, bro, I'm better than you. It's just life. It's going to be winners, it's going to be losers. And it ain't no disrespect to you, it's just the fact of life. I'm sure when people was playing against Michael Jordan, they wasn't sitting back and complaining like, no, you just met your match. You know I'm
Jordan was gonna do you like that.
I'm superior, and it is what it is. And the world that we live in as men is just that, hey, you gonna send that young man to war one day. You might. There's a great possibility you will. So I can't tell him that he wrong for being a dominant specimen. I can't tell him he wrong for that. Why? Because one day I might have to rely on his dominance. But when you turn that, and so it's a double-edged sword. So you turn that and you put that on the women, because what women supposed to be sweet, backseat, docile, this, that, and the third. This just when you got the term mammy and you got the term angry black woman and all that. All these stereotypes is put on all young black women.
Yeah.
And then you put them in a sports setting So, no. Little Caitlyn supposed to be an angel. That's why she didn't win. That's what they really want to say. Caitlyn is an angel. She's just the sweetest thing. Yeah, she's sitting over here trash talking to all these people and doing the exact same things as the black people. But we gonna bypass all of that because she's the white girl on the swing.
Like, I'm gonna give you some real historical context. Here's something for you to really think about. Okay, back in the day, they always used the word black, dark to describe the bad things in life. Like the Black Plague. Okay, the black market.
Yeah.
You could go down the list. There's so many different things. They always threw black on it. It was like black. When magic is bad, what is it called?
Black magic.
Now, when it's just white magic is pure.
Right.
So, what's the difference besides the color? That's the only difference. And
when you really think about it, bro, magic in general, there's a winner and a loser. If I cast a spell to make you fall madly in love with me, and you didn't intend for me to fall in love with you,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
it's beneficial to me. So for me, it's white magic. According to, but for you, that's black magic. You made me do something against my will.
Exactly.
If you in poverty and you can cast a spell to bring you out of poverty and make you rich and king-like, everybody gonna be like, this is a good spell. Problem is, you'll never do that spell for me.
That's white collar crime. No.
Yeah.
but even with that, I'm glad you put that on there. Even if we doing a crime, if you want to make it seem okay and it's, we understand, it's white collar crime.
Okay. I mean, you can go deep into it. Look at it like this. With cake, what is the white cake? Angel food. But what is the dark brown black devil's food cake?
Yeah.
Like, if you honestly, and people were, yes, we are making jokes about it, but if you honestly sat back and looked at it, it's like, you can see, like, everything's not that's just a coincidence. How many times does a coincidence have to happen for it to be this is an occurrence. This is a fact.
It's
this
systematic.
is what happened.
This is what we built as a people. You built it. In the they got the negative stigma on watermelon, black people. But the reason they really hated watermelon is because it was a fruit that's easy to grow, and black people was using it to, hey, I'm self-enterprising. I don't need your farm anymore. Yeah, I got this little bit of land, but what I can grow on that is some watermelons, and I sell these watermelons, and it's showing that. But then you got to take that and put a negative stigma on it. Hey, this self-sufficient black man over here making a living for himself, and he don't need me. We need him to need me.
Yeah. That's why you go throughout this country, and it's probably not a direct correlation, but if you ever go throughout this country, you notice that there are no trees that grow fruit outside.
True. Mm-hmm. You need me.
Mm-hmm. You can't freely go pick fruit off trees nowhere.
And what upsets me is,
you notice that there are all male trees everywhere and female trees.
Yeah. That's why I was finna go to. Yeah. You get out here and you get to these disrespectful trees out here, busting in everybody's face with this pollen. Got my allergies acting up year round. Bad. Because you don't want me to be able to just pick fruit, fam. You want me to buy from the produce section. Yeah. Look, it's not, come on, fam. That's disrespect.
And that is a very good point to say, because I ain't lying. I used to see peach trees and apple trees and stuff. I ain't seen an apple tree in forever.
Oh, that's done on purpose.
I literally have not. I rarely see a pecan tree.
You ain't gonna see them no more. But I'm gonna add something else to it. You know, we talk about sportsmanship and all that. When have the losing team ever went to the White House?
And that's a great.
When the Angel lost.
When has throughout history, the losing team has never been invited to the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Why, as the first lady of the United States, why would you think that is a good idea for you to try to set that precedence now, when you know that this particular incident is going on at this particular time? Why would you think that's the guy?
Well,
Because
I think
Joe
because
Biden
she intentionally meant to do it like that, but then they got so much backlash by her husband. Like, hold up, no, hey, you can't be like you going too blatant. Like nobody ever did this. Now you gonna do it? Really? That's what we're doing?
Yeah.
celebrating winners and losers?
Yeah, but like we've never invited the losing team to the White House. It's never happened. And so now you want to set this president at this particular moment because you feel like they played a good game. There's been plenty of games.
Hold up. Let's be honest.
There's been plenty of games.
Let them finish.
There's been plenty of games that have been a whole lot closer. Because let's not play no games here. That game was a ass whooping.
She got my whole stomped.
This wasn't close. This game was not close by no means. If you watched it, if you looked at the score, this game wasn't close. So don't play yourself with that. This was I want to celebrate this once, and I don't want to make it like this, but I'm gonna say it.
Okay, because if you need me, I can say it.
You know,
I don't have no issue.
you know, this is a sport that we dominate.
Yeah.
And we have dominated for years.
Ever since they let us get on the same court. Yeah.
Last person, because people like to consider Dirk their superstar.
Yeah.
Dirk is from Germany. Last American-born player to be a superstar in the NBA is Larry Bird.
Yeah.
I was just saying.
Legend.
Yeah, he a legend.
Legend. Cold.
Think about how long that was.
That was long ago.
So now you got this girl that's cold. Now, she's great, but I don't even think she's the best. Paige Buckner is probably better, in my opinion. But you want to celebrate her because this is the closest you're going to get, in my opinion. It's the closest you're going to get because we're going to continue to dominate the sport.
It's just life.
It's going to happen. So that's what I didn't want to get too far out there, but that's what I want.
So, my thing, and I was thinking about this real quick. Honest question, and then we could go and wrap it up. Do you honestly think the first lady watched that game?
No.
No, I think she was just there. And see, I want to take it another step further, and I'm going to say it like this. I think she invited them another reason why she invited them is because she felt disrespected. Because LSU told her that they didn't want her to come in their locker room before the game.
Oh, I did not know that.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Like so she wanted to go visit both teams before the game. LSU told her no. They wanted to focus on winning.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. What's the point? We came here to do a job.
Yeah.
We came here to beat down. And LSU had already put it on their mind, you not finna do us like you did Louisville. You not finna do us like you did the teams that you were playing, all that talking crazy. We some dogs.
But that's what
We some dogs and you not finna do.
Yeah.
They 6 man came in and dropped 20.
It's pressure. It's pressure.
I didn't come to play with nobody.
Hey.
And we came to step on your neck. And,
Yeah.
and in most cases, when we feel disrespected, we finna act up on a national stage.
Without question.
This was the most watched women's basketball game by numbers by far. So you think I'm not finna act up on national TV and step on your neck?
I'm finna show
What do
you.
you think?
I'm gonna show you why I'm here.
I'm gonna show you why I'm this person.
And that's why I be in certain places, like, you gotta respect the competitive nature of just people. If that was the male team, it might have ended in a fight, fam. somebody might have got swung on and we would have been like, did you see the fight? It ain't got nothing to do with unsportsman and all. Like, we need to stop that foolishness. Stop trying to bleed in this false narrative. When the heat is on, when it's pressure, it's best you come prepared.
Somebody would have got called a name during this game.
Yeah, guaranteed.
If it on the male side, somebody would have been.
Yeah, guaranteed. It's smoke.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't gonna like him for 6 years after this. You gonna be like, nah, you can play 100 games prior, but that one game, that one guy, I don't like him. Probably would be amazing. That's why I respected Larry Bird so much. It's like,
he talked trash.
Yeah.
He talked trash too.
he was like,
But he had it to back it up.
yeah.
Yeah. When you got it, you got it.
He was like, I can't be friends with Magic Johnson. Not while I'm playing. Because I help my friends. At no point do I intend to help Magic Johnson when we play. I'm not going to shake his head. I'm not, because this is, it represents two opposing forces. You got to take this femininity out of it. And that's why I'll be like, you already try to put black women and place them like they men. Because you, like you said, it's like you said, you got black magic. So if I got a black girl, apparently that's a bad girl based on dictionary.
But honestly, if we being honest, a lot of them grow up playing with us, so they play
like us.
So if you really just think about it, they come into games playing like my cousins played basketball with us.
Yeah.
So they caught elbows. So when they played with other girls,
I'm gonna give you what I got.
I'm finna give you that work because I done got hit in the face. I done got scratched.
Suck it up.
I did all that.
You in the
cousins didn't elbow me, so it's nothing to come out here and play against you.
Yeah, it's easy. I do the same thing.
Angel Reese has a brother.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So
Putting it in her life.
So she used to physical contact. It ain't nothing.
It's nothing.
If you watch that game, every rebound that came out the glass, she was moving people out the way. That girl is a dominant force,
and you gotta respect.
And you gotta respect her, no matter what. You can try to reduce her to a hand gesture all you want to, but that's a basketball player.
Yeah.
By all means. And you ain't gonna be and she coming back next year.
Yeah. And if you want to sit back and say that it's unsportsmanlike to be competitive, you literally have it don't make sense.
You don't have a leg to stand on. There's nothing you could tell.
Because in order to be competitive, I have to understand that I'm in opposition to you. And it's better. I tell people all the time, especially if you come to Texas, if your son or your daughter wants to play football and they ain't got that I'm here to take somebody's leg off mentality with them, don't send them to basketball either. Send them to golf. Okay, because you just gonna hit the white ball.
In Texas, we do shell out the biggest and the baddest people.
And they whole object. And you gotta also keep in mind, there's some kids out there who like, this is how I'm gonna get to college.
Mm-hmm.
This is my life. Mama said that I gotta come out here and show out so I can get that scholarship to be in that space. You playing, but you ain't playing with the weight that I've been carrying around for so long that made me this strong it's a whole lot heavier than what you carrying. So when I hit you, I'm hitting you with the full force of all the stuff that I've been holding back every day, trying to make sure that I get to these spaces. Whereas you was gonna get there regardless. It was a lot more treacherous. The training was a lot more hard, and because of that, you gotta face me now. And
man, did y'all see that little pee-wee thing I sent y'all? Where the little boy, man. Okay, for those who didn't see it, was on TikTok. Two little boys going head up. One got the ball, he's running, and the other one's coming at him. Man, he hit this little boy so hard. I was like, you know what? He don't even need to play no more.
You don't need to play this.
It's like, this ain't your sport.
This ain't for you.
I'm gonna say it like this, man. From not being from the South, football is king down here.
Yes.
It's on a whole different level. I played Little League for small little bit of time out west. I came south and tried to play as a older person and realized real fast. I need to stick to dribbling the ball. Because they take this to a whole nother level. And I thought I was physical. If your kid, like he said, if your kid ain't ready to play no sport here, don't do it to him. Don't do it to him.
In the South,
all you gonna get is medical bills.
Football is king now.
That's all you gonna get.
It ain't no. My mama got a few medical bills fooling me.
No, that's the way it is. Ain't no disrespect to you, man. You should probably go find another sport. Find another place to play another sport.
Yeah.
Because it's different out here. That being said, shout out to Angel and you know what? I ain't gonna be the White House. Shout out to Angel for winning. Man, this has been another episode. Something for the people.
Y'all be easy.
Hold it down. Yeah.